What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we are jumping back into Destiny 2 for Revenant Act 3, and it's the first weekly reset of 2025, so we're here for the 7th of January. There's a new game update, and of course there'll be new content related to Act 3, so the exotic is released today. The Slayer's Fang shotgun, that'll be an interesting one. On top of that, a couple of new weapons, artifact mods, and other updates related to the episode. But we'll also talk about any patch changes which are worth knowing, and we've got a reset for the vendors, Eververse, featured rewards, activities, and a bunch of other stuff to talk about in the video. So get subscribed to the channel if you find this one useful guys, but otherwise let's get into it. As we mentioned, Act 3 is live today, so first things first, there'll be new story progress to make, and it would seem that will probably be required before we can get into the new exotic mission for Act 3, which is called Kel's Fall, and we know that the reward for that is the Slayer's Fang exotic shotgun, so good luck if you're heading straight in to hunt for that one. I'll keep you posted when we get all the info on how to complete that quest. Presumably the weapons for this episode act as well will drop from the exotic mission. We know there's a new scout rifle and rocket launcher, and once we've picked them up for the first time, probably in the mission, they'll be introduced into the main loot pool for Revenant. So that sort of sums up the majority of it really. Let us know down below if you're jumping back in for this exotic. And I'm assuming we'll get the first catalyst this week as well, so I'll keep you posted on all of that and let us know if you'll be diving in to check it out. And as expected, as we get into the game for Act 3 right here, there is a milestone for Kel's Fall, and we need to visit the Hollow Projector. So all of that, whatever it turns out to be, will enable us to jump into the exotic mission. For the Eververse store this week though, let's take our preview as always, and we'll focus on Bright Dust options. There are savings available apparently for some of the Tangled Up bundle sort of strand theme things. But for Bright Dust, we've got the Lion Garden Shell up first for 2,850 Bright Dust. Bit of Fighting Lion vibes going on. There's also Hacker Time, exotic emote right here. Been in the game for a little while, but that's 3,250 Bright Dust. Then we've got the Dreaming Shimmer Transmon effect for 450 Bright Dust. And for front page shaders, Circadian Chill is up for grabs first, which is quite a nice one. On top of that, we've got Irradiant Charoid. Sorry, I was going to say iridescent. As always though, they are 300 Bright Dust for the shaders. Then to the second page of Bright Dust stuff, we've got Second Line multiplayer emote here for 4,250 Bright Dust. Pretty expensive, but kind of cool nonetheless. Additionally, Hold That Pose, a legendary emote, is available for 700 Bright Dust this week. And then we have the Restored Future Shell Exotic Ghost for 2,850 Bright Dust. That is a new one for this episode, so let us know if you plan to grab any of those. There's also the Trustworked Clipper, which is up for 2,000 Bright Dust this week, kind of an interesting one. Additionally though, we've got the Surging Current Exotic Sparrow for 2,500 Bright Dust as well, so we'll preview the trail as always. Then for ornaments, we've got the 53rd ornament for Ace of Spades, which did release in Echoes, the last episode, and was silver only at the time, so it's the first time, I believe, that we can grab it for Bright Dust. That one's 1,250 Bright Dust, which is nice. And we've got the Ouroborean projection for 1,500 Bright Dust, also from last episode. But for the final set of shaders, we've got Grayscale Undergrowth up for grabs. Once again, they are all 300 Bright Dust. There's also Argent Terratorn available this week. And then we've got Tyrian Abyss. Some of these have been up a few times in the store over the years. Finally though, Royal Protector, another one which dropped in Echoes. And it might be the first time it's come up for Bright Dust right there as well. So let us know if you plan to grab them, but we've got Eldritch Effects up for grabs for 450 Bright Dust. All of these will have the same costs. Almost a heresy theme going on. There's the Warsat arrival this week as well. And very finally, we've got Crystalline Breakout available in the store this week. So let us know if you plan to pick anything up from the Eververse store in the comments section. For a quick look at Banshee for the moment, we've got Typhon JL5 with Steady Hands Explosive Light. There's also Battlescar, which is Keep Away and Headseeker, which might be interesting. And then Contingency Plan with Firmly Planted Unrelenting. Imperial Decree, which has got Slide Shot and Trench Barrel. This one's been coming up quite often. Finally though, there's NEOD as well with Well-Rounded and Sympathetic Arsenal, but keep in mind the weapons and roles will change throughout the week. Did have a quick check-in with the Drifter, just to see if any of the Bento token related event stuff has gone live just yet. Doesn't appear that it has, even though there's a marker on their vendor machine early, so I'm guessing that's possibly something dropping next week. But for a final visit to vendors, we've got Shader 1, she's got Insight Unyielding sets of armor pieces. So if you're interested in stat rolls or adding to collections, you can of course do that. But for shaders, there is Cinder Char, available for 10,000 Glimmer, and the same costs will apply for all of these. On top of that, there is New Pacific Sync, the Worn variant, and very finally, New Monarchy Succession up for grabs this week. A few final mentions right here for the video though. The Nightfall weapon this week should be plug 1, dropping from the Corrupted. And other featured activities include Presage for the exotic mission, where we can pick up Dead Man's Tale and all of its upgrades. Then we've got Garden of Salvation, as well as Kingsfall for the featured raids. So Touch of Malice, of course, drops from Kingsfall. That is totally farmable this week. We also have the Pit of Heresy dungeon on the moon, and Spire of the Watcher, where we can farm for the Hierarchy of Needs exotic bows. So good luck with the drops if you need any of that stuff. Otherwise, for the Lost Sectors this week, today we have K1 Revelation on the moon, then we should see Bay of Drowned Wishes in the Dreaming City for January 8th, Chamber of Starlight for January 9th, and then we'll have the Quarry in the EDZ for the 10th, Excavation Site for the 11th, then finally Pale Heart Lost Sectors with Broken Deep on January 12th, and the Blooming Deep for January 13th. Beyond that, we'll go into the second week of Act 3, and we should be seeing a sandbox update then as well. So a few things, hopefully, to tide us over until episode Heresy drops, and of course we should be getting news for that here soon. So keep it locked and loaded on the channel, and I'll keep you up to date. Hit the bell icon and the subscribe button, that way you won't miss out on any content. Also let us know if you'll be jumping into the game this week to get anything wrapped up. But otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
This place grows like a true man on reality. Be vigilant, Slayer Baron. The final kill will soon be decided. Now